Hey guys, welcome back to the final takeaway. Subscribe today for instant updates right to your phone or other device. We are now accepting VIP memberships. Just click the join button below to enjoy exclusive benefits such as special emojis and having your comment pinned at the top. Also, we're seeking special guests for our show who wish to discuss the Guyana-Venezuela border issue. Just send us a message on Facebook via the link below. Alrighty, now let's get to it. Venezuela's president, Nicolas Maduro, has been putting pressure on Guyana's president, Irfaan Ali, to have a face-to-face meeting. Maduro's demands to meet followed the infamous Venezuelan Navy ship incursion into Guyana's exclusive waters on March 1st, 2025. Meet with me, or are you afraid? Maduro asked, challenging Guyana's president during a live television broadcast. President Ali has so far ignored the demands, seeing it as an act of, quote, duress by the Venezuelan government, attempting to force a meeting between the two heads of state. Ali also outlined two conditions Maduro must comply with before any meeting can take place. We'll tell you what those conditions are in a few. Before Maduro finally decided that a meeting under the Argyle agreement was the more diplomatic thing to do, he did a couple of things that one could say were not quite presidential or peaceful towards Guyana or President Ali. First, Maduro approved a referendum allowing Venezuelans to vote and empower his regime to annex Essequibo. Next, he made the annexation plans official by signing a law that makes it legal for Venezuela to pursue annexation and appointing a governor to run Essequibo. Venezuela later built a bridge linking mainland Venezuela to a region within Guyana called Ankoko Island. Wait, the list goes on. Next, Venezuela announced its regional elections will involve Guyanese citizens living in Essequibo. And for those of you who are new to this issue, Essequibo is a territory of Guyana. It makes up 2/3 of the entire country, and it is rich in many natural resources, especially oil, crude oil. More recently, on March 1st, 2025, Nicolas Maduro allowed his country's warship to cross Guyana's maritime boundaries and intimidate the captain on one of ExxonMobil's oil production vessels. In a video footage of the incident, you could hear someone from the Venezuelan ship warning the captain on the Guyana side that the vessel was located in Venezuela's exclusive economic zone. The Venezuelan Foreign Ministry and Nicolas Maduro refused to condemn the incursion. Instead, they interpreted Guyana's pushback as attempting to start a war and said that Venezuela is prepared to use diplomacy and armed forces, if it comes to that, to defend itself against Guyana in its bid to annex Essequibo. Maduro went as far as saying President Ali is like the Vladimir Zelensky of the Caribbean. Vladimir Zelensky is the president of Ukraine, and as you know, Ukraine is in armed conflict with Russia. And let's not even bring up the old Ankoko Island story. That's a story for another day in a separate video. All of these activities are examples of aggression that go against United Nations laws of how states should be respecting each other's territorial integrity and sovereignty, and those acts by Venezuela run counter to the promise to keep the peace under the Argyle Declaration that was signed in St. Vincent and the Grenadines in December of 2023. And after doing all of that, President Maduro then requested to meet with President Ali. Would you go and break bread with a neighbor or friend who just read you the Riot Act? Wouldn't you be skeptical? Venezuela continues to show a lack of respect for Guyana's territorial integrity and sovereignty. The government the president, and Guyanese.
If Venezuela wants to talk, let it first undo the acts that have violated the Argyle Declaration and the orders of the ICJ. Until then, there will be no talks.
Some of Venezuela's actions in the past 15 months or so go against the spirit of the United Nations rules of how states should deal with each other. These rules are found in the United Nations charters. Some of Venezuela's actions are also in violation of the 2023 provisional ruling by the International Court of Justice and, more recently, the Joint Declaration of Argyle for peace and stability between the two countries. Therefore, President Ali has a special message for Maduro. He wants the Venezuelan leader to know Guyana is open to peaceful and respectful dialogue, but realizes that Venezuela is, quote, not serious about the Argyle Declaration.
The very fact that they would seek to hold an elections in territory that does not belong to them tells you that they're not serious about dialogue.
On that basis, Ali says he, quote, will not be drawn into any discourse under duress. To get back into Guyana's good grace and secure a meeting, Ali said Venezuela must do these two things. 1, demonstrate good faith, and 2, respect the rule of law. To sum it up, Ali stated, quote, until then, there will be no talks. Guyana's leader laid down those conditions while speaking at the commissioning of a new Guyana Defense Force Air Corps hangar at the Eugene F. Correa Airport in Argyle. Oh well, it seems like Maduro has found himself on the naughty mat again and has to behave to receive a treat. If you know anything about Nicolas Maduro, he doesn't seem to fit the persona of someone who takes ultimatums. So what do you think, guys? Do you think Maduro cares whether or not Ali meets with him? Do you think Maduro is going to take kindly to those conditions set down by Ali? Maduro is going to do what Maduro is going to do regardless. You gotta remember that Venezuela considers itself a powerhouse compared to Guyana by itself and with its international allies with names like Russia and China. Venezuela wants to make the rules and break the rules whenever it suits its agenda. And we're speaking specifically when it comes to the Guyana-Venezuela Border Controversy. Anyways, guys, that's all for now. Let's meet again soon right here on The Final Takeaway.